Good fine afternoon, tubes. We're going live for an hour, chilling like a rock star villain. We got a video response. A high school girl fights back. This is a story of sexual harassment, abuse of privilege, and this is going to be a gender rant, a tasteful one at that. Now, my last video response, people are accusing me of being sexist. I disagree, YouTube. I am not sexist. How am I a sexist if I say women should be allowed to join the military if they want to? Should they or should they not? That's their call. You know, fuck off. Because this one's for the ladies. There is a story covered by Brett Cooper, the comment section, and oh boy, it's cringe. So it's about a 12-minute long video. I'll undertake my point with it like I normally do. I appreciate you watching me on the weekend stream. I now have 60,000 subscribers. That's what's up. I've been cutting down on my drinking. I haven't had alcohol in the last 3 to 4 days. And that's just fine with me, man. Just drinking some G Fuel. Had a cup of that earlier. Drinking some water. If I drink too much alcohol, I won't be around to make more awesome music or finish my story or whatever, you know. The ramen noodles were delicious. I tried some off camera. That calamari jerky, it's sweet and salty with a little bit of fishiness. I like fish, so it tasted good. Had a couple bites off camera, and it was very rich and very good, very filling. I'll have to make a video of me trying it. Part one of me making it, uploading. It's just taking a long time because the video is over an hour long. So, you know how cooking videos go. Appreciate y'all tuning in to watch the videos. Jeez. I literally had to take a couple of days off from going live to process the sheer stupidity of this because society is dictated by greed, lust, and popular social media and or cultural opinion and personal feelings. It doesn't make it right, but that's how it is. When the opinion's a good opinion, you know, not, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, I'll give you the rundown of the story. So there's this middle schooler who identified as trans and asked to change into their gym clothes and what have you in front of and with their, well, quote unquote, fellow females. But here's the kicker of it, they don't have lady parts. They just say they're trans and they dress like it. Okay? Not appropriate. You want to identify as trans? You want to dress as the opposite sex? You want to have pronouns, identify as the opposite gender, whatever? Fine. But you cannot and should not be allowed to get trans surgery until you're above the age of 18 and you've gone through puberty as the gender you're assigned. That's not being transphobic. That is simply for health reasons. Children can get cancer from getting this surgery. And it's life altering, and detransitioning is 4 times harder than transitioning. So it's a lot easier just to change your style of clothing and whatever than it is to like detransition. So yeah, I get where Target was going with the whole transition bathing suit, whatever, but it's too much. Okay, you see the tucking swimsuit, and it's like, what the fuck is this? You know, it looked like some shit you'd see at Spencer's Gifts, like one of those shitty, politically incorrect, inappropriate gag gifts. Like Spencer's making fun of woke culture, but nope, it was sold in Target. And all I got this to say is, doesn't matter the situation. I think people in general should have the right to feel safe and comfortable in a locker room when changing. You're so quick to celebrate your trans lifestyle. Good for you. Okay, but how would it feel if trans people felt uncomfortable in their own trans locker rooms? Like, what if someone lied about being trans just to go in there and laugh at people who were trying to get changed for a workout? I think a lot of people would be enraged by that. I think they would, sure would. That'd be pretty mean, wouldn't it? So, what gives you the right to do it? Because if I had a daughter in middle school and one of her boy classmates was changing in front of her and he was allowed to do it because he identified as trans, I'd be kicking someone's ass. Sure would. I'd be like, hell to the no. That's my little princess, man. You ain't fucking with that. Sure, I was that age once, so I totally get why they're doing it, because boys at that age can be assholes, but it don't make it right. And when the stories like this make headlines, all it does is create negative publicity for LGBTQ plus, and it makes women feel uncomfortable, like their gender is being erased. So it does a lot of negativity, all because some dude wants to see some, you know, yeah, fuck sickos. Now, if you don't believe me on this here fucking story, you two, well, get ready for this video response, because when you've watched along with me, your head will fucking spin. But keep in mind, there was justice served. And it came down to a lawsuit, and it's just like, okay, trans people have had a pretty rough life, and with discrimination and all that. But with stories like this, where you start to see the other side become the oppressors, it's like, okay, I'm all for trans people having equality, but not at, we gotta draw the line in the fucking sand, is what I'm saying. Fuck sickos, okay? And 14-year-olds should not be allowed to change in the same locker room as their female counterparts. The way I see it, you should have to have female parts to change in the female locker room. That's how it is. Or you give trans people their own locker room to change in. And that's more expensive to do, and no one has the tax money for that. So it's just like, well, you still got your Johnson? Well, then go change in the boys' room. I don't care what your pronouns are. You're not old enough to get the surgery. Nope. Stop this tomfoolery at once. Oh, excuse me. We'll call it Tina foolery, because I was being too gender inclusive. Now I do dress goth, and I have done it since I was 12 or 13. And I'm comfortable with who I am as a person now. But my YouTube trolls and people in high school love to call me shit like tranny and faggot as a way to make fun of me, and I didn't let it get to me. I really didn't. I'm like, I'm comfortable with who I am as a cisgendered heterosexual goth male. So what's your fucking deal? It's what it is. So hats off to trans people and gays who are comfortable with who they're being, but that's where I draw the line. Fuck sickos. To Pluto and back. Watching this fucking video just made my head hurt, YouTube. It really did. It was exhausting, to say the least. If you don't like my videos, then don't watch. Women who are being told their entire lives that men are assholes, men are pigs, all men want is sex, all men are rapists. And men are being told the same crap. It's just negative stereotypes and reinforcements. And it grooms and conditions men, some men into doing it. You just have to say, you know what? Fucks the gender stereotypes. You're a good person, and that's all that matters. Fuck what anyone has to say about this, dude. This is just telling it like it is. I don't need alcohol or anything to say it. If you want to donate money to my Cash App and PayPal, it's appreciated. You don't have to. I'll be doing those shout outs if they do come in after this video, because I got errands to run, but it ain't nothing but a thing, YouTube. And if you're an adult trying to find an adult companionship and you're a heterosexual straight male, or heck, even if you're a lesbian trying to find another female, well, I recommend Tactical Soap, coupon code King Cobra. Have you smelling sexy for the ladies? Because when chicks smell your Tactical Soap, it's like when Wayne gets a boner. Shooing! You know, that's what she's going to be thinking when she smells you, fellas. You know, when Tim Allen makes grunting noises at hot rods, the feeling. You want to give a woman that feeling, like she starts making female Tim Allen noises. Like, oh, this dude smells good. You know, you don't have to get laid to appreciate what Tactical Soap does for your social life. It's a confidence booster, I'm telling you, dude. I'm kind of the underdog. You know, I've had some pretty shit luck with women my entire life, but heck, I don't blame women for it. I don't let it get to me. You know, I'm confident with who I am, and that's all that matters. And women don't want me. That's their loss, dude. I'm a proud affiliate for Tactical Soap, and I like the way it smells. But women like it more. Yes. Coupon code King Cobra. And you too could smell like a rock star. It has pheromones in it, which is designed to make the opposite sex think you smell sexy. It's pretty much how that works. It's made with all natural ingredients, chemical free. They have a variety of products: deodorant, cologne, moisturizing body butter, soap, and of course their beard oil. I'm excited to see what Scott Carr comes out with for his next products, dude. I love the beard oil. It makes uh my satanic goat nice and soft. And you know, satanic 11 rules of the earth. Rule number 9, motherfuckers. So you see how manipulative society can be to a point. Circling back to the rant. It's like they don't have to try that hard to pretend. You know what I'm saying? And that may be a bit transphobic to say that this 14-year-old boy in the story is pretending, era quotes, but I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? If that boy likes chicks and he wants to see chicks, okay, and all he has to do that is to say he's trans and lie about it. I mean, he has to like bullshit everyone into believing it, and then he gets to see naked chicks. I mean, at that age, I get why he's doing it, but it's pretty shitty, to be honest. And it's disgusting and it's creepy and it's an abuse of trans privilege, and it makes women feel unsafe in their own locker rooms. So it's like I get why he's doing it, but he's an asshole for doing it. And then when you hear what happens to the woman who's getting sexually harassed by the person, by the boy in question, and to the coach for sticking up for her. But just remember, there is justice. they get a big, nice chunk of money, and just to be like, "Oh, we're sorry," blah blah blah. Blah. This is not meant to give any bad light to LGBTQ plus, because if anything, stories like this give LGBTQ more negative publicity. And after cunts like Audrey Hale, I don't think they need any more of that. Crazy, unattractive, nasty twat. Well, we're all supposed to feel sorry for that bitch because her school crush died, and they both went to that same school. So somehow in her mind, her crazy fucked up mind, she thought it was the school's fault. Fuck you. No, it's a crazy thing to think about, man, because these poor bastards growing up have to worry about school shootings and their own students creeping on them in the locker room. Let me ask the boys this. If it was one of the girls you did not find attractive your own age, and she was not one of the pretty ones doing the same shit to you, you wouldn't like it. Making creepy comments about how tiny your dick is. You'd fucking hate it, dude. You'd be like, bruh. And then as soon as you go to tell your coach about it, they're like, well, she is now a he, so you have to suck it up, champ. Don't be a pussy about it. And put it straight like that. It's treat others the way you want to be treated. It's the golden rule, YouTube. It's plain and simple. This video made me cringe so fucking hard. I literally had to take a break from trans and gender rant politics for a couple days to let my mind detoxify from stupid. Because it's what it is. It's what the fuck it is. And if you agree with what I'm saying, hit the like and subscribe. So this video is 12 minutes and 6 seconds long. We got our vape pen ready. We got some other kinds of nicotine we could use. We got ourselves some Copenhagen long cut. There we go. That's good stuff. We got our trusty spittoon. Yes. And it's not a racial thing. I actually have a joke for that. I like to call the Confederate flag? I call it the incest pride flag. The Confederate flag that's on the General Lee Dukes of Hazzard car. Yeah, that one. I call it the incest pride flag. That's a northern joke, and I don't care who you are. That's funnier than shit. Of course, I'm one to talk because I'm like 80% British, but hey. Yeah, buddy, that's what's up. Deathbed tapes. I made it to 60,000 subscribers. No, it's not funny because incest is gross. That's a negative. I acknowledge that's a stereotype of the South. It's just busting balls. Calm down. Yes, Miss Daisy. You 18 yet? Tell me about it, stud. I got chills, they're multiplying. From the power you're supplying. It's electrifying. And I'm losing control. Excuse me. Elf Bar BC 5,000 puffs, grape energy. It is a rechargeable vape pen, and it's got 5,000 fucking hits in it. One of my fans gave it to me. It was a friend of mine through Your Favorite Son's crew, and yes, we filmed a really sweet documentary where I made a Doritos KFC Double Down inspired sandwich. The ingredients list was perfect, but towards the end, I added way too much sauce, and I could have made the chicken a little bit crispier and let it cool off with the melted cheese and the bacon on top before adding the sauce and sandwiching it, because it just slid right off, and but it tasted good. Ain't gonna stunt, man. The first time making it, I'm like, I have something here. And I would have taken the raw chicken, I would have stabbed it with the fork so that the soaking process would have soaked all the way through a bit more thoroughly. Let it de-thaw at room temperature. It's a good 2.5, 3 hour recipe, dude. It takes a minute, but it's worth it because it's so fucking good. All my asshole trolls are like, I hope you never eat a double down sandwich again, you fucking retard. And I look at my YouTube trolls like they're fucking the biggest morons on the planet. Like, oh yeah, I'm King Cobra. Like, I'm too stupid to just make my own version. You know, it's like fucking dumb, dude. And I have my own recipe for making it now, and the trolls can eat a bag of horse sticks. I do not want to watch this video live on camera. It is so fucking cringe, dude. I feel so bad for this girl. And it's just like, okay, one, stop with the sexual harassment. And the chicks I went to high school with thought I was bad. Ladies and gentlemen, no.
Welcome back to the comment section. I'm Brett Cooper. Now, I think you guys are aware of this, but there's usually a lot of negativity in the world. There's a lot of doomsday talk. A lot of these YouTube channels, like me, a lot of reaction channels, it's a lot of, oh my God, these awful things are happening. And even though that is true, there is also a lot of positivity in the world. There is a lot of hope still left, and we have had a lot of wins lately. And I want to highlight those before we get started. I mean, like Bud Light and Target are feeling the wrath of the free market. I don't know if you guys have been watching Target's stock just plummet. It is just beautiful. It is a lovely piece of art.
Who fucking cares if Dylan Mulvaney's on the can of Bud Light? Drinking it does not make you gay. It does not make you trans. It's just supporting the trans community. It's stupid. Yes, Dylan Mulvaney's annoying, but that's beside the point. Bud Light was just trying to appeal to Gen Z. It's what they do. It's marketing. It's what it is. People freaking out about it. First world problems much. But the tucking swimsuit at Target was a bit much. Just saying. If Target would have had a Pride collection minus the swimsuits, I wouldn't have had a problem with it. Okay. Ridiculous.
Opinion. Major corporations and organizations are quietly pulling down their pride posts. Most notably, the Navy also had like a pride thing up, and then they quietly took that down, which is very exciting. Major athletes are speaking out in defense of free speech and free expression. And here at the Daily Wire, we had a huge...
Now, why is LGBTQ allowed to have pride all year and shove it in our face, and we can't say shit about it because of the oppression they've had to face, just like women? You know what I'm saying? Like, all these groups minus straight, white, cisgendered white people that have to face oppression. So now when white people get a little bit of microaggression, society blames us for all the problems in the world. And we try to defend ourselves and say not all white people are like that. It's seen as white fragility or white tears. We live in a society where if you change the race of the character, like in Little Mermaid, it's race swapping. And when you hear white people complain about it, it's racist. If they don't say anything about it, it's because they don't want to be labeled a racist. But then if a black person says it, they feel like the narratives of inclusivity is being forced. And it's just like, I get that. But like, you can't make everyone happy. And that's especially true in today's society. It's so irritating, dude. Or if a white person speaks up and tries to make it about racism because they made the Little Mermaid black, I'm like, you're stupid. You are fucking stupid. Oh, they're trying too hard to push the narrative. That may be true in some aspects, but if they did not include black people in these remakes, they would say you're not being inclusive enough and you're a racist. So it's like, I'm like, it's a fucking movie. I think you're overthinking it, man.
And against Twitter in the battle to get What Is a Woman up on that platform free for you guys all to see.
I will be making more wands. As soon as I get the wand money from the customer who bought said wands, I will be getting those shipped off. That's what's up.
Still up there if you have not seen it yet. I think we now have like 175 million people who have viewed that post, who have viewed, at least.
I'm making more of these. Look at those wands. A pair of green wands sold for $100 on Etsy. A total of 112 bucks. I appreciate that. I don't have the wand money yet, but as soon as I get it, I will box these up with an autograph sticker and an autograph thank you note. Hand-lathed by Cobra Craft himself. Beautiful.
Part of the documentary, which is incredibly exciting. And so major congratulations to Matt Walsh and that whole team, but it is an incredibly important piece of work, and I am, very happy that Elon Musk figured out whatever he needed to figure out to make sure that it got up on the platform uncensored.
I love it when a plan comes together.
But moving on, I have another win that I want to share with you today. But before we jump into that, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and ring that notification bell so that you never miss a comment section or off the clock episode. I remember hearing about the story last fall, but I had not heard any updates until now. So let's just first get the back.
Well, welcome to the comedy erection with an off the cock episode. Boy, just kidding. I might have been a little too far. Brett Cooper's cute, sue me. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Not trying anything, just being a smart ass, trying to add a little humor to it, but
In Vermont, a girls' volleyball team came under fire for speaking out.
So in Vermont, where they make Ben and Jerry's ice cream, here are the cold facts of the story that are colder than a pint of Ben and Jerry's chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream, which is conveniently delicious when you mix it with Not Your Father's root beer, and then a drizzle of Hershey's chocolate syrup on top of the foam. Oh yeah, my sneaky snake root beer floats are simply the business. Very decadent, very rich. And a great summertime adult treat. Yes.
A trans student, a biological male, changing in the locker room with them. Mary Margaret Olahan.
So here's the tricky part of it, YouTube. If you identify as trans, you have to start on your journey. And your journey begins with you being biologically whatever gender you are. So that being said, the whole video is just because it's not appropriate for boys at his age to be changing with women his own age like that, just because he identifies as trans. that slowly evolves into adults who rape women and then identify as trans, and then you have to throw them in a female prison, otherwise you're being transphobic, even though they don't have the bottom surgery. And it's just, you try to speak out against this, and to be fair, this is just negative publicity that hurts the trans community. So don't let it affect your opinion of them. They're just trying to live their life, like the rest of us. Fuck sickos. It's like we can give them privilege, these trans people, but like there's a line, dude. Like once you're out of high school and you still identify as trans, maybe you grow out of it and you think, that's not who I am anymore, whatever kind of thing. You stop wearing the clothes. You don't got to worry about scars or like life altering surgeries. Let me ask you this: would you let your kid get a tattoo before they're 18? Keep in mind that tattoos are life altering and they leave scars and they're permanent. It's a shitty analysis, but yeah, there you go. Most parents would be like, no. You know what I'm saying? A lot of kids will feel a lot better if they grow out of their whole trans thing and they haven't gotten the surgery. That's just how it is. But let's just get back to it. And it's nothing against trans people, dude. There's just certain laws that need to be in place. Kids are more precious than rock and roll. That's just a fact of life.
Signal has been covering this since the beginning. She's amazing. She used to work here at the Daily Wire and broke some incredible stories with us. So definitely go follow her. But she wrote, Vermont high school under fire as girls and parents push back against biologically male trans student using female locker room. And then she gave a couple of examples. So female student A, who is 14 years old, told the Daily Signal in a phone interview that she was dressing for a game when the trans identifying student began to enter the locker room. She shared that she was not wearing a shirt, only a bra, and was halfway through putting on her shorts. Please don't come in here. We're still changing, she said, as she struggled to clothe herself. But the trans identifying student allegedly told her that it was fine, entered the locker room, and stood in the corner watching as the other girls finished dressing. Female student A said that the interaction made her incredibly uncomfortable, and her mother compared the incident to voyeurism in a phone interview with the Daily Signal. Now, multiple other players gave similar statements in this article expressing their discomfort. You can go read them if you want to, but we're going to focus on this girl, student A, who we now know is named Blake Allen. After the other girls spoke out, the trans student threatened to kill Blake Allen after she read this article and watched some of the videos of the girls saying how uncomfortable they were. The school...
What the fuck? So you're sexually harassing her, and he threatens to kill her because of what she said. Jesus fucking Christ. Kids today have bigger problems than I did growing up. Bloody hell, it's messed up.
Responded to all of this by launching an investigation and reminding parents and students of the DEI commitment, and then barring the girls from their own locker room. So if the biological boy can't go in and watch them change and be around them while they're half naked, nobody gets to use those facilities.
That's bullshit. This whole story just makes my fucking blood boil, dude. Kid safety is more important than your stupid fucking pronouns. That's what it is. CEO of Chairbugs, thank you for your $1 donation. He says, I'm looking forward to seeing your Doritos Double Down sandwich. I got inspiration from the Double Down sandwich itself. Nick, thank you for your $1. Hey man, love your streams. I'd love a shout out. Yeah, I'm not shouting out your full name because I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me to say the N word, and I'm not falling for it. Cracker, please. Evan, thank you for your $3 to Cash App for a song review. Yeah, man, just send me a link to that song and I'll do it. I had a fan who sent me a drink combo and wanted me to drink it and review their band. I gave them a shout out a couple of videos back. That drink combo slapped, dude. The Carolina Cobra, very delicious. I drank it the one that rock star chick died. That Turner, Miss Turner, yeah. Robbie sent me a bomb ass drink combo too. I slammed that pretty good. Kay, thank you for your $1 holler to Cash App. A shout out to your ex. Who the fuck is Liam Edmus? Oh, shout out to your ex, Kay. Yeah, it is what it is. Other fish in the sea, as they say. Yeah, I don't know what it is. If your ex is trolling me, I don't really care, Kay, but thank you for your other dollar donation. Mimi Bun wants a cover of All of Me by John Legend. Yeah, I could definitely sing that later.
There's a Daily Mail article about it. Vermont girl
Your $5.
School volleyball team is barred from their own locker room after complaining about a transgender student who uses it and who made an.
Because it's such a controversial issue, and this is the problem with. You can allow students to support LGBTQ in school, but you shouldn't force it down everyone else's throats. There's a big difference between supporting LGBTQ and grooming. A big difference. But we're not going to get into that because fuck sickos, you already know the drill. That's what's up. Based off of the mini rant that I went on before doing this video response, you know how the deal goes. And it's fucked. And because teachers already have enough bullshit to deal with on their fucking plates, so now you got students who are coming and complaining